Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my second giveaway. This is to celebrate hitting 2,000 subscribers here on YouTube. I'm so grateful that I finally hit this milestone, and I just wanted to show that by giving back to my subscribers. So this should be a fairly short video. We're just going to go over the products that I'm giving away, how to enter, all of that, and I'm just really excited to show you these. I've been gathering these products for a little while. And if you're new here, and this is your first video, welcome. My name is Colin. I'm a non-binary Latinx scientist and lover of makeup with a definite soft spot for indie makeup and high-end makeup. And I tend to take a pretty analytical approach to the content I make, be it reviewing new products or just using things I already know and love. And I have new videos every week, so I'd really love to have you subscribe. Okay, so it is the beginning of January. I thought I was gonna have this up last month when I actually hit 2K, but that did not happen. I did talk about when I hit 2K, I did make the first video after that, I did say thank you a bunch, and I do wanna say thank you again. It's really mind-boggling to hit 2,000. Like, I know in the grand scheme of YouTube, that's not that much. A lot of my friends are like 4,000 or 5,000, or, you know, people I watch are 10, 20, 100,000. Like, there's a lot of room for growth, and I would like to keep growing, but 2,000 is still a lot of people. Like, I have been an adjunct professor for years, and, you know, I've taught classes with 150, 200 people in it. And that's a lot of people in a classroom. That's like a big auditorium. I mean, I've been in bigger auditoriums, but like, you know, that's a very large classroom to teach and lecture and, you know, deal with. And this is, you know, 10 times that. So it's a lot of people, and it's really it feels very validating and makes me feel really happy that I, you know, decided to do this after thinking about making a YouTube channel for months and months. It just feels really nice, and I really want people to know how grateful I am. I am already thinking about what's next. I think I could get to 3,000 this year, but my stretch goal is to hit 5,000 this year. I think that would be amazing. This is my third full year. This will be my third full year on YouTube. And I think I could do it. I've seen a lot of growth lately. I like the way my channel's going. I'm really, you know, really happy about that. I'm also really grateful to the people who, you know, use my affiliate links when they buy something, or use my code when they buy something from like Nomad or something. Obviously, you don't have to do that. You'd never have to buy anything to support me. Just watching, commenting, that is enough. But for those that have used those, I'm very grateful. I've had affiliate codes for a good part of this year, but it wasn't really until the second part of this year that I started actually having people use them more, and it's really helped. So buying makeup, making content, especially reviewing new products, I only buy things that I want, but it's still expensive, and I'm almost to the point where I feel like I'm gonna start breaking even every month, which will be really nice, and then maybe actually start earning some money. Which would be really great. You know, it is kind of that far off dream of being able to do this full time. And I think, you know, any step towards this growing is always really nice. I try to be very transparent with my audience. I like the community we built here. If I'm not feeling well and I have to postpone a video, I talk about it. And I'm also, I mean, I'm very honest and open. I think part of that has to do with being autistic, but I, you know, try to always be transparent. And like I've said before, like I don't earn very much money on this channel. I would say for most months throughout you know, last year I earned like $30 or something. And it was really weird. Like November, I made like, I think I made $100 in November, and then I made like 130 in December. And it's just, that's a lot more money. That's about what I'm spending every month on the channel. So it's really nice to see that growth, and really feels really validating to get PR from more brands, to see that growth, to see the numbers go up. It's really nice. So I wanted to do a small giveaway for 2K. I'm not someone that does a lot of giveaways, but when I do them, I want them to be things that I enjoy. Also, I don't normally include, and I probably won't include generally in the future, things like complexion products in giveaways, just because that's such a personalized thing, getting the right shade for most things. I want this to be things that were could be used by pretty much anyone. So first up, the first things that I bought for this are a couple brushes from Refer. So I do get PR from Refer now, but the vast majority of brushes from them I bought myself, and I bought these myself. So these are two brushes I use constantly, I talk about all the time, and as long as you're willing to use natural hair brushes, I wanted these to be in here. I mean, if you don't want to use natural hair brushes, you could always give them away or something. But the first one is the Refer #1. This is one of my go-to brushes. I'm gonna try not to touch the actual bristles, but I want to slide it out a little bit so you can see. So this has not been used or washed. Make sure you wash these first. Good for all brushes in general. So it's my favorite style of eyeshadow brush. So I like a big fluffy brush too, but this is your go-to workhorse brush. So you've got a flat side, but especially once you wash it and the bristles kind of relax a little bit, it'll be a little fluffier. So you can really pack on shadow on the under corner. You can blend it all in the crease. You can do everything with this. You can run it under the lash line. I think it's a really versatile brush. I own 4 of these, I think, that I bought myself. So I definitely had to include one of these in the giveaway. The other one is the Refer 21, I think is the number. I'm really bad at remembering the numbers. It is the 21, yes. So this is a really dense flat shader brush, and this is my go-to shimmer brush. I have 3 of these, and you can see how dense and flat it is. And I think if you're someone who uses a brush for shimmers and you tend to have a lot of fallout because you're using a more fluffy brush, this is great because it's so dense that you can really, you're not going to necessarily put it on and blend the edges like you can with a fluffier brush, but you're not going to get the fallout you will. I never really get fallout from shimmers. I love this. Like I said, I have multiple. Amazing brush. I felt like, especially for someone who wins hasn't tried Refer before, I want them to try these first. So these are going in. The next 2 things are both things from one of my favorite brands, and I think a really underrated brand, and that's Trixie Cosmetics. So I have one of their new blushes. This is the newest one. This is Show Pony. Their other ones that are in a single compact like this are just like reformulated old ones. And part of the reason I picked this, so they have some oranges, they have some beiges that are singles, but they have a pale beige, a darker beige, a pale orange, a darker, more vibrant orange. Not everyone wants a beige or an orange. And this is like a strawberry-y kind of color. And it's just really pretty. And because it's so pigmented, I think if you shear it out, you could wear it when you're pale. And anyone with deeper complexions could also wear this. So this one is staying wrapped up like this so that it's protected, but I do have mine right here. I also gave this to my best friend for Christmas, and she's already used it and really enjoyed it. So this is the shade. Really, really love this. You do get a lot of product here. This is 5.5 grams. These are, I think, really well priced for the formula. And I'll do a little swatch since this is mine, so you can see it's like a vibrant pink. I'm not normally one for pink blushes, but if you blend it out, it's just a really, really beautiful color. And I think pink blush tends to be most people's favorite, and I like that you can, almost anybody could really pull this off, I think. So wanted to include this because I don't think enough people have tried Trixie's blushes. The next thing in here is going to be one of Trixie's liquid eyeshadows. So I really like these. I have 4 of these. They're not the same formula as the Lisa Eldridge ones, which I do really love. Those are my go-to. Those are not as sparkly, and they're really good if you want to do a one and done look, kind of like I have on today, where you just put it on and blend the edges. This is a little more metallic and shifty and sparkly. So this is the shade Sleeping Cutie, which is one of my favorites. So this is mine. This is the new one that's going to go in the giveaway. And then it's got a nice doe foot. I've used other more affordable liquid eyeshadows like this before, and I tend to find them kind of drying or they sting, like the e.l.f. ones and some other ones where like either they were too sheer or they stung my eyes. The kimchi ones burn. These do not. And you can do, see, this one's a duochrome, so it's like a pink blue. So you can do a really light wash like that. You can see that pinky purple base with the blue shift. It's really shiny, real reflective. And then you can also layer it up and have it be a little bit more metallic. But I love this shift. I love this color. Look how bright that is. It's so reflective. I think it have been well received by the brand, but I don't think enough people have tried Trixie Cosmetics, like I said, so I had to include something like this. So I hope whoever gets this really likes this. I think these are a really fun formula. They last all day really, really well. Even on my oily eyelids, I just put, you know, some mattes down, put this on top, call it a day. So really love those, had to include that. Okay, and now we have some stuff from Sigma Beauty. I really like Sigma. I have a handful of their brushes. I don't really like synthetic brushes in general. I much prefer natural hair, but I like having synthetic around for certain pigment palettes and for liquid shadows and creams. So I'm very happy that I have the entire Sigma Beauty and the Beast blush set. Brush set, wow. It's been a long day. It was a very long day, and also I think I might have had a slight allergic reaction to dinner when I got home, because my face turned red and itchy, and I took some Benadryl, so I'm gonna go rest after this. But this has some really great brush shapes in it. So these have a really beautiful blue and gold design. This is a cheek brush. This is the Powder Sculpt brush, and you can see it's a really big, it's kind of like the rougher one brush, but for your face. So you can use it for blush. You could probably set under your eyes with this. You could sculpt if you go this way. Really nice, really soft, really beautiful. And then we've got their angled foundation brush. So I have, not this exact one, but a very similar Kabuki foundation brush from Sigma. It's not my favorite. I tend to use my Sonia G foundation brush most days, but I do have one just like this and really like it. And it's in regular rotation. When I want, especially if I want a little bit more, I feel like I get a little more coverage with this versus my Sonia G. So if I need a little bit more coverage, is one I grab. Really soft, really dense, just really good foundation brush. And then this has 3 eye brushes. So you've got one of my go-tos. So this is the Diffused Blend. Really love this. It's again like that rougher brush. So it's kind of flat so you can pack, but it's also fluffy. So it's like the synthetic version. So if you don't like natural hair, you can keep this one, or you can have both depending on what product you're using. Then we've got a shader brush and a liner brush. Yeah, I would just use this for liner. It's one of those little flat ones. I really like Sigma's quality. They have that patented design so that like water doesn't get in the ferrule to ruin it. They're soft, they last really well. I've had mine for years, like 3 years so far, and they're holding up really well. So I'm really happy I can include these. And then those came with this little makeup bag. I have a few makeup bags. I don't use them that often, so I don't need another one. But this is a really pretty one. It is very sparkly, which I actually think is really pretty. And it's, you can kind of feel the sparkle, but it's not one where it's like coming off. And then the inside is like the gold bell dress. So these are going in here. One else, and this is the part of that collection. This is the Beauty and the Beast. This is the mini lip set. So these are their cream lips and lip creams. These look really nice. This dark shade looks really pretty and like something I would wear. It's the shade Adventure. And then there's the shade Bonjour and Spellbound. They're part of this whole thing. These two look a little more pale. It's just not, I've tried some of Sigma's lips. I think they make a really good liquid lipstick. I think they make a really nice gloss. I think this is more on the gloss side. I just don't need these colors, and I think this would be a nice fun thing for someone to get. So, wanted to include this. And then there is the Beauty and the Beast Cheek Palette. So this is a really beautiful cheek palette. I am opening this one because it's not wrapped so you can actually see the colors. If I can open it. I'm really bad at opening boxes without destroying them, and I don't want to destroy this. So this has 2 blushes and a highlighter. So you've got a more pink blush, a more beige blush. Again, those are like the 2 most common, and then a really beautiful highlighter. These all have a little bit of shimmer to them, like a little bit of a sheen, really pretty. I think this might not work if you are, I would say this would probably work from anyone fair to tan. I don't know about people darker than that, but I still did want to include it because it's really pretty. It's just really pretty, and I think someone else would enjoy this a lot more than I will, so I don't need this right now. I've used Sigma's cheek products before. They're really beautiful, really great products. And then the last thing, I'm also going to be keeping bubble wrapped the way it came when I got it, and it is the miniature Beauty and the Beast palette. So this is the big one. This one I own, I've used multiple times, and I do think that Sigma might have changed the formula a little bit and made their shadows even more pigmented than they used to be. This is the color story of the big one, and this is just like an expansion with some of the same shades. So the first shade in the mini palette is Bookworm, which is this mid-tone brown. You can actually build this up to be pretty dark. So it's a pretty good brown that can be sheared out or built up to be pretty dark. Works for a lot of people. It's a really nice brown. I've used it a couple times. The next shade in the palette is this, which is Forbidden, which is like an almost charcoal dark chocolatey brown. Really pretty, really pigmented. So if you need a darker shade, you really have it. If you want it smoky, you got it. You know me, I love a smoky eye. The third shade in the mini palette is Belle, which is really pretty, like golden champagne. Then we have Enchantress, which is my favorite shade in the palette. Of course, it's green. It's this like antique gold green. So it's not like a true green, but it's not really gold either. It's a really beautiful shade, really nice metallic shimmer. Then there's the shade Beast. So you've got the nice dark blue. I have used this. It's a nice dark blue. Can mix it up that way. Green and blue are my 2 favorite colors. And then the last 2 shades are Be Our Guest and Cogsworth. Where's Cogsworth? Cogsworth. So Cogsworth is a little bit more orange if you want it to make more of a warm look. And Be Our Guest is this really sparkly champagne. There's lots of little sparkle in there. Really pretty. I'll swatch Enchantress too. So you can see, definitely pulls very green on me. Depending on your undertone, it might look a little less green, a little more like bronzy antique gold. But those are both 2 really beautiful shimmers, and I think the mattes complement those really well. Oh, and I forgot to swatch Belle. Belle is even lighter and a little more gold. So you can see the more champagne here, the more gold here. So I think this is a really beautiful, small, compact palette, travel friendly. If you've not tried Sigma's eyeshadows, it's a nice way to try them, especially this, what seems like a newer formula. So definitely want to include that. So I think this is a really cute collection of products. You've got a few different blushes. You've got a couple different types of brushes. You've got 2 different types of eyeshadow, powder and liquid. I think it's a little bit of everything. They're all products I really enjoy. So very excited. Okay, so to enter this is going to be very easy, just like my last one actually. So you do have to be subscribed to my channel. And in the description box of this video, I will have a Google form for you to fill out. So that'll be your name, first and last name, your email address so I can contact you if you win. And then what your YouTube name is so that I can, you know, like your YouTube handle so I can verify that you're subscribed. And if you want a bonus entry, you can follow me on Instagram, so you would put your Instagram handle there. If you put your Instagram handle there, I can verify that you're following me on Instagram, and that gives you 2 entries, one for YouTube, one for Instagram. Okay, so this will run for 2 weeks. I feel like it gives you plenty of time to enter. It should be pretty easy to enter too, like I said. So this is going up Saturday the 6th, so this will run until the 20th. So you'll have all day through the 20th, and then the 21st, that Sunday, is when I will put all the entries in a random number generator thing and pick a winner. And then I will post the winner to my community tab, like a screenshot of the name, and email the winner. And then you can send me your email, then you'll send me your address and I'll send this out to you, and I'll of course pay for the shipping and stuff. So this is only gonna be a US based giveaway. International shipping is very expensive, which I cannot afford at the moment. So sorry for my international subscribers. I would like to do something for you later. Maybe when I get to 3K, I'll be able to afford that better, and maybe do a slightly bigger giveaway. So US based only, 2 weeks to enter, pretty straightforward. I'll have all of this in the description box as well. So thank you so much to everyone who's subscribed in general, especially the influx I've had lately. I'm currently just under 2,200, which is amazing already. Like, definitely think I can get to 3,000, you know, before the end of the year, and hopefully to that 5K. So thank you so much for watching my videos in general, not just this one. It really means a lot. I love talking to y'all in the comments. I love reading your comments. I get some of the sweetest comments from people. I really like analytical ones where you're talking about like why you like something or don't, and we can talk about that stuff. But also, like, I just get some really sweet ones, and some of those make my day. Like, I sometimes having a shitty day at work and people are being annoying or a little stupid, and I read one of those comments and it just makes my day better. So thank you so much to everyone that's subscribed, commented, shared my videos, all of that stuff. It really means the world to me. So thank you. And I will see you all in my next video, probably Tuesday.